spread my wings and go. It's time, just spread your wings and just let go. I'm bound. It's time, just spread your wings and just let go. I'm bound. It's time, just spread your wings and just let go. I'm bound. Let go. I'm bound. Let go.
Hi!
There, it's really you.
Yes, it is really me. Hi, Kevin.
I'm so excited to chat with you.
I am too. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So it's noon by you, right? It's 12 p.m.?
Yes, it is. Yes, the exact opposite of there.
Yeah, I know. Luckily, I'm a night owl, though. I like staying up late, especially for this. What are you doing today, if you can say? Are you busy with anything or anything you're doing that's fun?
I'm actually just been preparing some stuff for this Sunday variety show that I'm doing here in the Philippines called ASAP. So I've just been studying the songs that I've been doing for all the production numbers, and I literally needed this break because my brain is on like it's dead. I'm brain dead. But yeah, I've been well, and just yeah, pandemic everywhere, so there's really nothing else to do. I can't go out.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
stuck here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Sunday show you're talking about, is that different than is it Asian Dream? What's the Michael Bolton show that you do as well?
That's also different. Asian Dream is it's aired on the channel AXN Asia, and yes, I'm co-hosting and co-judging with Michael Bolton on it. So it's been fun. But I already taped that last year in Singapore, so everything's just like on release right now, just streaming.
Oh, totally. Is
Yeah.
that now? I understand you got your start on a competition show, right? When you were about, how old were you? 12, 14?
I was 14, yes.
Wow. So is it kind of cool being on this new show as a judge? It's almost like a full circle moment, no?
It is indeed. It's just crazy how like from being a contestant on a show to being like mentoring new aspiring artists, and all the more because it's not just Filipinos. It's more they come from different nationalities and different countries. So I'm also dealing with different cultures, different routines, different kinds of voices also, which is exciting. So, but it's been super fun. It was super fun, and I also personally got to learn so much.
Yeah, I saw a clip. I forget if you posted it or if a fan posted it, but you must get such a trip out of this. Like you walked out and one of the contestants like just freaking out. Like, that's Morissette. Morissette. I love that clip. It's such a great clip.
Oh yes, yeah. It was actually from the show, and that guy who reacted was the representative from the Philippines. So he was very familiar with me, and yeah, he also is amazing. He has a great voice.
That's amazing. All right, so let me ask some Kevin questions. I'll call them, and then we'll get to the fan questions.
Okay.
Because your story is so fascinating. So I want to, we'll cover some basics that all the diehard Morissette fans know. But if we have some new fans here, I want them to know the story. So you get your start at 14 years old on Star Factor, that competition show. And then what did you do with Disney's Camp Rock? Can you explain that?
Yes, so Disney, Camp Rock, we know it to be a film on Disney, and they have a musical version, so something that we did on theater, and it was actually derived from the actual movie, and so the rights were all Disney, and they were very strict about it. It was my very first theater experience, just doing musical theater, and I haven't had experience before then. I was just more of like a ballad singer. But I got to open my eyes into this new genre, and I just had so much fun with it. I got to sing and dance, just memorize a lot of lines and blocking. That was super fun, and I really got to grow into. I believe I got to grow into more of an artist because of that experience.
You seem to just as a person, just first impressions, you like a challenge. Is that fair?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
It keeps it interesting.
Yeah, it does. I just like to like, especially with songs, I like to change them up a bit just to know if I can do it or not. Right. And the different notes and all, and just everything. So yeah, it's safe to say that I like challenging myself.
Yeah. As the story goes, your family sort of realizes that you have this beautiful gift of singing at 3 years old. I'm curious,
Yes.
when did you become conscious of your talent, and when were you aware that, hey, maybe I do have something special in terms of this singing? How old were you?
It was probably about maybe I was like 7, 8 years old. I was in school, and you know how they have a lot of extracurricular activities, and I just always got invited to all of those. Like there wasn't an event in school that I wasn't a part of because they just invite me to sing. And so like I just kept singing for everyone in school and just joining singing competitions everywhere, even at that early age, and realized that I really enjoy doing it, and it's what I want to be doing for the rest of whenever I can and my voice allows me.
Yeah, right, exactly. But you probably, it sounds like you just loved that more than you loved anything else.
I do. Yeah, it's like breathing. Like even when I'm on vocal rest, it's so hard because there's a tune playing in my head and I'd have the urge to sing, but I try not to conserve my voice, but it still happens.
Right. And you somewhat come from a, if not a musical family, a family of music lovers. Is this
Yes.
true that you're, because of course I'm born and raised in the United States. When I
Yes.
first hear about you, my mind of course goes to Alanis Morissette. Is it
Yes.
true that your dad was a fan of her?
Yes. So it was around that year, I guess, that Alanis like rose to stardom.
Yeah.
1995, 90. I'm 96. So my dad just became an instant fan and named me after her.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Have you ever crossed paths with Alanis, or have you ever been able to tell her
No,
the story? That's incredible.
not yet. And what's crazy, actually, I just found out like a couple years ago that her birthday is on June 1st, and
And you're
I'm
June
June
2nd.
2nd. Yes. So like that was something my dad didn't know, but it's just
Wow.
crazy how it all collided.
That is wild. Do you yourself, you enjoy Alanis's music?
I do. I love her, like just how she's so free spirited when she performs and pours her heart out into like her music.
Yeah. Yeah, she's fantastic. That's so cool.
Mm.
All right, well, awesome. I think that's about all I wanted to ask you because I thought it was so interesting. Oh, but also happy belated birthday on the topic of June
Oh,
2nd.
thank
Were you
you.
able to do anything fun this year? I know it's a crazy year, but
Yes. Well, I was supposedly I wanted to like hold a big birthday party because I've never just held a party a party that I had all my friends in. But instead we did like a live stream party, which was just as fun, and a lot
oh,
of my
nice.
friends from the industry were also able to join in. And what's great about it is the live stream was also a benefit live stream. So everything that we earned from that live stream, we were able to give back to the church that I was going. So
Oh,
it was
that's
great.
great.
Yeah.
A lot more
Thank you.
productive than my birthday last year. Let's get into some of these fan questions. Now,
Okay.
can I ask you? I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Do you have a name for your fans?
Yes, Moinatics. Moinatics.
Moinatics.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know how to
That's
spell it, but I need to know how to say it.
yes. Well, that's actually because one of my friends just decided to give me a nickname, Moe, which is Moe from
Oh, right on.
Morissette. And then
Right
so
on.
I guess my fans adapted to that and just became Moinatics.
I get such a kick out of how the Moinatics have taken over MTV programming because like, I'll tell you a quick story really quick, but we have our award show coming up. We have it every August, and we were doing some special live stream. It had nothing to do with our show. And
Yeah.
all the comments are just like, request Morissette, request Morissette, request Morissette. So I love it. I mean, the passion, it's contagious.
Yeah, it's just they've been doing so much, and I really just want to thank them. Just everyone who's joined in tonight. Thank you so much. I mean, here it's afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, shout out to Terry. I heard you got to talk to her also.
Do you know Terry?
Yes, I do, of course. Yes, I'm very
She's
familiar
amazing.
with my fans also.
She is like a true bona fide ray of sunshine. I mean, just
Yes,
like
she
you
is.
can't have a bad day after talking to her.
She
It's just,
is, yeah.
it's amazing. You know what I also like about your fans is I just noticed because people, I'll say hello and then people just go request Morissette. But on my Twitter, they'll include sometimes like inspirational quotes, and I think that's such a cool thing to do. To take the time to
Yes.
share like a positive note, and then also
Yes.
request your favorite artist is neat. But yeah, Terry's great. Terry's
Yes.
fantastic, and congratulations, another belated of being most requested last week. That was incredible.
Oh, thank you
So
so
cool.
much. But it's really the fans. It's really
Yeah.
them to that. So thank you guys. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
It's very exciting. All right, let's get to these. Speaking of the Moinatics, let's get some of the questions. At Samuel's DS, is drinking coffee before your performances still your routine?
so little backstory, there are a lot of like rituals singers do before a performance, and mine just happened to be coffee. And a lot of people would discourage it from me because they believe it's not good. But going back, it's all just what works for you. So before, it was always the case. Like I would order one drink from Starbucks all the time before a performance.
Okay.
But
What was your order? Give us the order. What's the iconic order? You're about to boost sales of this drink immediately.
I would like to call out Starbucks and send me over a white chocolate mocha in soy, please. I want it now. So yeah, that's just always been the case. But for lately, I've been trying to just stick to water because, just how like through the years, I also noticed my voice has also been changing and going through different just stages and feels. So I'm trying to stick to water more now.
Right on. You ever do the rock and roll thing, like swig a shot of whiskey for the vocal cords?
I heard people do that. I know people
Yeah.
here that do that, but I don't think that's gonna work for me. I might end up dead.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So at Into Morissette, who is very active in voting, do you have any English songs on your upcoming album?
Ooh. Well, as of now, I've currently been trying to write. So I haven't written a song for years. A lot of people have been trying to encourage me to write my own music, but before, for some reason, I just thought that wasn't me. But right now I'm trying to just unleash that. And yes, of course, there are going to be English songs because I've taken into consideration just how my audience has grown as well, not just here in the Philippines, but in other parts of the world. So yes, English.
Totally.
We have songs in English also, yes.
Do you find that trying to get through songwriting and writing for yourself, it's almost like a muscle, like going to the gym, right? It almost feels like you got to work it, you got to build it up. Is that how it feels for you?
It did. At first, I just like people try to tell me to just write it down, and sometimes I'd forget. Most times I would forget. Like I have a lot of thoughts, but I wouldn't write them down. But I mean, thank God for technology. There's a notepad app on our phones, and you just write it down there, and even a recording. So literally, you could just take it anywhere. So that's just what I've been doing, and just collaborating also with different people, and thinking of different concepts, true to life stories and experiences that I've also had.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, cool. Let's see. At Ice Cream 18. Hi, Maury. What is the best advice you could give to aspiring singers with low self-confidence? Did you ever go through that?
Yes, of course. I think I did, especially when I was just starting. What I did was really just go back to what made me happy. And one of those things has just always been singing. And before I decided to like really build a career in singing, I had to take into consideration, like with me and my family, we had to talk about just all the different consequences, like the privacy that our privacy just as a family also when we're going out, or even just how hard it is basically in the industry. But I've accepted it, and have just tried to just go back to what makes me happy, which is singing and just making music for people also as well. So like, and it's crazy, like during this pandemic, I have like all these different, we have anxiety attacks, and I personally go through it as well. So when I go through that, it's like just going back to music, like what's been, especially the songs that I really do enjoy listening and like practice, and especially also worship songs, they really help a lot. So yeah, just going back to the core of it all.
Yeah,
really helped.
Totally. There's something about those worship songs too. Like, like I was around the Hillsong and Hillsong Young and Free and Hillsong United, and they do worship music, and I don't know, there's something to it, man. Where there's something a little extra in there that can kind of get you.
I know. Yeah,
funny.
I've actually just turned also Christian just recently, so I'm still like I'm still new to all the worship music, but it's changed my life so much right now.
Definitely. All right, I'm just gonna spell this one out.
Okay.
At EINNAK0. Any major music news for us? So anything? What's like the biggest? What's the biggest thing you can share? Or what's going on musically for you right now?
I think that's one that I have been trying to write my own music. Also, well, this year was supposed to be my 10th year anniversary in the industry, and we were supposed to have like, we had big plans for this year. I mean, don't we all? Just different, like a new decade and all these new exciting just plans, and then it just all had to be put on halt. And not well, I was looking forward to doing a live concert, another live concert after the recent one I did like a couple years ago. I wanted to follow it up with this 10th year anniversary concert, but because of the pandemic, we'd probably just need to adjust a few things. But I'm hoping that we'd be able to push through with it sometime in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that tough? I mean, I feel like it was tough for all of us with our expectations, our own personal expectations of the year, and you having such a big anniversary in 2020 scheduled. How was that for you?
It was hard just having to, I mean, like everyone, we all just got affected by just the pandemic and the lockdown. Like even here in Manila, we've been having a lot of lockdown situations, and we're currently going through it right now. And just many jobs being affected, especially also in the live industry. Like there are no events. We are not able to perform for people live. But I mean, thank God for internet. Thank God for technology. There's so much more possibilities that we could explore right now. I mean, like, who would have thought that I'd be able to talk to you through the internet,
wild?
right? So
it's never lost on me that we can just hop on our phones and then everyone else can hop on their phones and hang out with us. You know,
it's incredible. There's just so many things that can still happen despite everything that's going on in the world right now. So endless possibilities.
It's a good mentality for sure. I don't know even how you would answer this question, but I'm sure you do. At Aries Lau, what is your vocal range? Do you have like parameters that come to mind, or how do vocal ranges work? I should know this. I'm probably outing myself as a dummy. But what is your vocal range? Is that something you have?
Actually, I think the fans know more than me because I just sing, and then it's crazy how they're able to tell. I mean, they probably just smarter than me in that way. Now they're able to tell what my lowest notes are and just go through all my performances. Like there are videos on YouTube that it's just a compilation of all the different notes that I'm doing. So I literally have no idea what my vocal range is, but as long as I'm able to reach it, then we're reaching it.
Yeah. You're like, dude, I just sing. Yeah.
I know, it's fun. It's challenge all the time. Yeah.
All right, this comes from wait, now you said Moe, not Maui, right? It's Moe.
Yes, Moe, yes.
Okay. Want to make sure. Moe fan, and there's like a million E's. If you could collaborate with any artist, who would it be? This has to be a question you get quite a bit. Do you have a number one?
Ooh. There's so many amazing artists. Like even my musical influences alone, like who would not want to collaborate with them, right? But I mean, like if I were to think of like really like artists who would be kind of possible, it would be great. That would be great. Maybe, I mean, just dreaming big.
Yeah.
How crazy would it be to collaborate with Bruno Mars? Like just his range and just the way he performs. Like I watch a lot of his videos, and he's also one of my musical influences. And I know he also has Filipino blood, so that would be great if that happened.
Absolutely. Do you like so Bruno to me? Just to pause there for a second. He's such a versatile artist, right? And where would you take it? Like when you think about collaborating with a Bruno, would you want like a Versace on the floor? Would you want like a grenade? Like what would be like your Bruno, if you could duet on a song with Bruno, what would it be?
Ooh, one of his songs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Come to mind?
Wow, he has a lot of greats. Actually, Grenade would be amazing. Just how he's hitting those notes. Or even I should have bought you flowers. That song is amazing. His
That
voice.
kills me. That kills me.
Right? Like, it's like even if it was through Instagram, like that would already be amazing. But
Yeah,
yeah, we never know. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen. If it happens, like, wow,
yeah.
amazing.
That's one of those songs as a dude you can't listen to around your boys because you're gonna start tearing up. You know,
Yes.
not safe,
But
guys. It's not safe to listen to that one. That'd be beautiful, though. All right, so Bruno, I would love that. I think everyone would love that. Okay, cool. At Morissette Daily, another one of these great fan accounts on social that follow you, support you. Are there any K-pop artists or groups? What does it say? K-pop artists or groups that you would like to collaborate with?
Ooh. It's actually crazy. I just found out this morning, the morning here in the Philippines, that Blackpink is collaborating with Selena Gomez. And I've been following Blackpink for a while now. Like, not
Yeah.
since the beginning, but ever since I heard their song with Dua Lipa, I instantly became a fan. And just, it's crazy how they just go to another level in Korea with like training their artists. Like, I hear they have to go through so much training, or so many years of training before they can actually debut as a group or even as a solo artist. So that's something that I would also like to take into myself, like just continuing to learn, just continuing to grow as an artist. But like, yeah, Blackpink is amazing. I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting fall stateside. I don't know if it's a worldwide release, but the new album and like you said, the Selena single.
Yes.
A lot of people that would be a really cool link up. I like that pick.
Yes.
All right, let's see what else do we have here. A couple more, and then we'll let you go. At
It's okay.
exceptional_musician, very humble
Mhm.
social media user. What has been the best performance of your career so far? If you had to pick one.
Ooh. Wow. I've performed in so many places and just so many events. It's hard to pick one. But right now, top of mind, I had a concert in my hometown here in the Philippines. It's called Cebu. It's a province here. And my very first original song, I decided to like when the chorus hits and then you let the audience sing and everyone just sang along. I do that all the time, especially with that song. I do that all the time with every audience that I get, especially if I know that they know the song. I let them sing along, but it just hit me differently when I knew that my like just my fellow Cebuanos were singing along to my very first original song. That just hit me hard. So that's probably one of the best performances I've ever
Oh
had.
yeah, it's so near and dear to the heart. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
Right now.
it
How
was.
often do you
Yeah.
get to go back to your hometown? Is this do you still live near there, or is it something? I always
Hmm.
feel like that's important for artists, almost that return to origin. You know what I mean? That sense
Yes.
of self.
Well, right now I'm already based in Manila, just because like everything's just here also, and it when with regards to just like all the opportunities. But just every time that I get to, I try to fly home because my grandma is also still there. So I like seeing her. She's just also one of those people that really helped in raising me, besides of course my parents and my family. And yeah, just making the most of the time that I have also with her.
Totally. All right, cool. Few more.
Yeah.
Let's see. At Francis_Psy_Coco.
Hmm.
Favorite songs that you've covered? For those that don't know, if you're new to Morissette, you do a really fantastic job, sort of reinterpreting other people's music. But any of your favorites?
Ooh, wow, there's a lot. Actually, especially with my YouTube channel now, I like how I'm able to just cover whatever I want. Just so basically all the songs that I have out on my personal YouTube channel are songs that I've just always wanted to do ever since before. But lately one of my favorite songs, or one of the songs that I would consider a favorite that I covered would be I did a cappella version of Rise Up with a group here in the Philippines called Third Avenue, and and I released it on my birthday this year, and I guess also just the message of the song just really, it was very relevant to the times today, and just
Right.
how they were able to just, um, how do I say it, just made it more beautiful, made the song more beautiful. It was incredible, so I loved, that was one of my favorites. Indeed.
Awesome. You had a very productive birthday this year. You were like donating, you're doing live streams, release a song.
I was basically just making the most of my time being indoors because
Yeah.
my usual is I would be out and about just doing events and even flying. So when the pandemic hit or just happened, it was just my time to just, okay, let's try to like boost my social media presence and just put content.
Totally.
Now that I'm able to. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
what's keeping me busy now.
Made the most of it.
Yeah.
All right, at May_Cell17. Hi, Maury. What is your favorite song of? I love when they ask these massive questions, right? What is your favorite song of all time, and why? Is there a song that comes to mind that I guess just means a whole heck of a lot to you?
You know, that's one of the hardest questions you could ask a singer because there's
That's a huge, yeah.
It's so many songs and just so many songs that like affected our lives personally and just all the different memories that come with it. I don't have a favorite song. There's just so many. There's one Miley Cyrus song that I've always loved though. I also really love singing it. It's what was it? How does it go? When the waves are flooding the shore and I can't find my way home anymore, that's when I look at you. When I look at you it was from a movie that she also did. So
I
that's one
can't
of
believe how good you sound on
Yeah.
IG Live.
Oh, thank
This
you.
is like a Wi-Fi connection across the
AirPods.
world.
Thank
It's
you.
amazing. Thank you for
Thank you
singing,
so
by the way.
much.
We're getting like a performance and a chat. This is pretty cool.
No, thank you.
Miley's
My
great,
honor.
though.
Yes.
When I look
Like,
at you, they're telling us it's called. That's amazing.
Yes.
Right on.
Yes. I just
Cool.
really love that song and just even her voice. I'm actually a big fan of Miley's voice. Just
Yeah.
the character.
Yeah. Yeah. Undeniable. All right, cool. Two more.
Yes.
At Ann_Kathleen, if you had to describe yourself in 5 words, I don't know why Ann has chosen 5, but she's chosen 5. 5 words. Never 6, no. 5 words. What would they be if you had to describe yourself in 5 words?
Okay. Let's see. I'm passionate. I would consider myself hardworking because I like working, just keeping
Well, you love
myself
what you
busy. I
do.
like that. Yes, I do, and that's that's a big bonus. When you love what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work.
Right.
So
right.
that's why. What else? I am random. And maybe I'm random, but at the same time, my 4th one would be I'm also very OC. I like to be like in a very. I like to. I'm managed?
Like schedule,
Not managed.
very regimented.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm random, but I'm also that. And I like surprises. I even like surprising myself also. So a risk taker. That would probably be the 5th word.
I like it. All right, final question, maybe the most important. This comes from at Soft4Mo by W. I'm so sorry. What is your message to your fans? Anything you'd like to share in closing?
Yes, I would just really want to thank everyone just for continuing to support me, like on MTV and just in all the different, just all the different platforms, also on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere, and even on Asian Dream. Thank you so much for just continuing to support the show as well. I'm so excited to be, like 2020 has been crazy, but I also still have hope that there's so much there's still so much that can happen towards the end of the year. So I don't wanna think negatively or like generalize 2020 that way, because there can still be so much that can happen. And I'm also just very excited also to be sharing more stuff with everyone, more content, even on YouTube, and even all the songs that we've been working on this time of the pandemic. We're very excited to share everything with you guys. But really, mainly thank you so much for about 10 years. You guys have been there Thank you for all your support, and thank you, Kevin. You're amazing.
Oh, likewise. I was gonna say, you'll probably, just in closing, it wasn't the 2020 we expected, but I think I'll speak for all of the fans right now. You really made the most of it, you know,
I
and you really
try.
thought positively, and I think that's contagious. If I can say one thing, I'm new to the fandom, I'm new to getting to know your fans, but you have such an amazingly positive effect on people. You know, beyond music,
Thank
just a
you.
positive effect on fellow human beings that I think is really fantastic. So
Thank you.
I can't wait
Thank
to
you
see
so
what's
much.
next for you and how long you'll dominate MTV.
That's up to them. But thank you, guys. Thank you. Keep voting for me.
There you go. Be well. We'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you. Take care. Hope to meet you soon personally too. God
Of
bless.
course. See you later.